we're heading down to the hardware store for the final build of this, and I'll tell you what I mean by that once I go there, get everything, and when I come back, I'll explain everything. So the first thing I'm gonna grab is some screw-eye hooks so that I can be able to kind of fix everything together with just a hook, and it's gonna be great, okay? I didn't realize, but this is my favorite aisle in the whole store. You got the polycarbonate sheets and sheet metal. What more could you possibly want? Although I realize I am one aisle to the right. I actually go into this one over here, which has screws. And conveniently enough, also has my springs. I actually replaced the springs with some smaller ones because I'm not going to need ones that big because that'll make the machine, like, I don't know, bigger than me. Wood time. I thought all hope was lost and that I wouldn't be able to find a wood sheet, but it seems that I've been able to find one. The only problem is they're pretty big still, and I'm going to try to find a way to cut them down a bit if I can. This is the beauty of walking around a hardware store. You walk around for a bit, you find an even better wood panel that costs less. So we're going to put this one back and then we'll tally up the price. We got $9 on springs, $9 on hooks and eyes, $6 on the 2x4s, and a nice whopping $8 on the big old piece of wood. Alright, let's head down to the checkout counter. Hardware acquired. So what am I talking about? Well, I joined an engineering course from the one and only Mark Rober on YouTube. You know the guy. He made the squirrel obstacle course thing a while back along with the big giant Nerf super soaker thing. He made a ton of inventions and different things in engineering projects, and he actually created an engineering course that I am taking over this summer. It's got a bunch of people doing it. It's pretty nice all around. You get a whole peer group that you go with. It's pretty good. But the whole thing that we're doing so far is that we are having a first build that we're doing that consists of nothing with electronics or anything like that. It is only stuff based on mechanical energy and things like that that don't require any electronics and anything along those lines. One other aspect was that we had to create a story behind our build and a reason for it to exist, so it's not just something random that makes no sense. So naturally I thought, what can I do to mess with people? And I remembered that Sir Speedo, you know the guy, the one who's always constantly on the channel looking for like rockets and stuff like that? Yeah, he's the guy that I launched them with. Whenever he comes over, he eats a ton of chips. Like, he will always go into my pantry and he will take like everything. He will eat them all. It's crazy how many chips this guy eats, and considering he barely eats any other food either. He'll go out to like dinner and everything, he'll eat like half the food. But then he'll come here, he'll eat like 3 bags of chips, a Rice Krispie treat, he'll eat everything. So you know what? I'm gonna make a little method of defense to make it so that he has a little bit of a harder time taking my chips without a little bit of thing to kind of get back at him. It's not gonna hurt him, it's not gonna be painful, but it's gonna get the point across pretty well. This idea, of course, is the chip sling, which I made an initial prototype for a couple days ago, and it's kind of just a big slingshot that has a trigger system that allows you to shoot a bag of chips at whoever you want. This is the miniature version, but you have the little trigger thing on the bottom here where this whole thing kind of goes down and it hooks on. Oh, it's broken. Oh, there goes that prototype. But the whole point is, right, I'm going to be building it based kind of off that. Not the one that's broken, yeah, I'm going to be basing it off of that. But it's not going to be broken in the full one, my friends. Oh no, it's going to be glorious. It's going to be big and made of wood. It's going to be a ton of good old things. It's great. It's going to have springs. It's going to have wood. It's going to just, I don't know, it's going to be good. You get the whole idea. We're going to turn on that good old-fashioned YouTube music, and we're going to have some fun. I'm going to go time-lapse it. I'm going to record it. It's going to be great. You're going to get to see all the wood get cut. It's going to be a good old time. So you know what? I'd say come on and join me. Let's have some fun building this, like, chip launcher thing. Hello there, editing me here. I've got the whole finished product right down there next to me, but you know you're going to see that later on. The thing I'm going to tell you about, though, is that the last music thing I used in my last video, yeah, it's happening again. I don't care what you say, I'm using it again because it works for the purposes of this. And you want to know something? You think it's going to be over? No, this is one of many videos it'll be in. So be prepared because you're about to hear a lot of this. That the board that I bought is basically impossible to cut. As soon as you try to cut it, it like snaps in half, but then whenever you try to move it, it also is like rigid as literally the I have no idea. But you know what? Instead of doing that, I'm going to do something that I know was not supposed to be part of the first initial project. I'm going to design something in CAD. It's nothing big. It's just going to be a flat-out triangle that I can print this onto, but I'm getting pretty annoyed because I really don't want to have to just, I don't know, this isn't going to be big enough for what I need now. Look, I'm just going to make a triangle in CAD. I'm sorry. I'm getting kind of tired. You know what? I don't really want to be
editing this for like 5 hours. So you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna do time-lapse time. That's right, yeah. Fun. I certainly had fun. I finally finished it, and you know, it actually works shockingly well. Like, it fires things maybe 10, 15 feet. I mean, it does the job, that's for sure. But let me give you a little demonstration type thing, just to show you what this can do. Imagine you're Sir Speedo walking into my cupboard, and he's like, man, I want to have a bag of chips for like the 5th time today, because he eats so many of the things. Well, he goes in there and he's going to be in for a rude awakening. Now, you see, the funniest thing is that you may think that I made this to fire chips at him because I want the chips. No, I don't. He only eats like Funyuns, and I don't actually like Funyuns. I mean, they're okay, but I don't like them all that much. But you're probably thinking, why'd you make it then? Because I wanted an excuse to build something that does this. Wasn't that just glorious? I mean, come on now. I basically built a giant, like, slingshot. What more could you possibly ask for? That about wraps up what's happening for the day. I mean, I'll probably post a video of when he goes into my pantry and then this fires at him. But for now, I'm just not going to do that because I don't know when he's coming over. And I want to get this edited fairly quickly. So have a good night to all of you. Good day. I don't know. I know some people are just the new subscribers. Good time. I'm glad to see you here. So you know what? Be prepared because many things like this will happen in the future. And it's going to be great. There's going to be lots of chaos. It's going to be fun. And it's, yeah, okay. You know what? I am scared and you should be too.